On this episode, shit. On this episode, we talk about the passing of Chadwick Boseman. We pay our respects. And yeah, it's a tough episode. Tune in. What is the deal, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of That's the Lifestyle. My name is Ramon.
It's your boy, the Kicks Card.
And it's your boy, Snow. Let's go.
Today we are discussing a topic that hit hard for not only those in the respective industry, but those around the world, however.
Say it ain't so.
And that is the death of Chadwick Boseman.
Whew. This shit's scary, man.
Yeah, this was a death, and I had no idea he was battling cancer. Did either of you gentlemen know that?
Nay, sir.
Nah, nobody knew. Only the closest camp, which includes his family, knew.
Yeah. Okay. I see. I didn't.
As it should have been.
Right. No one should know. I have a life-threatening illness outside of my family. Why? Like, you don't want those people to know. You never want people outside of your internal camp to see you struggling with something. It shows weakness. And not to say that he's a person that may be he may not want other people to see his weakness, but he's an actor. He inspires people and he inspires children. So I wouldn't, if I'm thinking like he's thinking, if I'm allowed to for just 1 second, I would not want these millions and millions of children who look up to the Black Panther to see him at a weak point, because they don't see him as just Chadwick Boseman. They see him as the Black Panther.
Yeah, I understand that. There's an additional side to that coin where for people who are actually going through that struggle themselves, or they have close family members going through that struggle, had he made his struggle, and you're right, it's his prerogative. Had he made his struggle public or known, then he may have served as a huge inspiration for people going through that. Right. But I mean, like you say, it's his world, dog. He chose how he wanted to rock that. So I mean, either way is okay for me.
Yeah.
Snow, what are your thoughts?
It's just
So it's I don't want to say doing it as a sign of weakness, because the other part of it is people, right? Because there ain't no sign of weakness when you're going through stuff. People make it a weakness thing, right? That's just the world we live in. Like, if someone's going through something, someone's always looking to exploit something. We have these phones. No matter what it is, someone's always trying to exploit. Ramon, you and I had a friend named Alicia, R.I.P. Alicia. She passed away from cancer about a little bit over 10 years ago now. 10 years prior to that, she had cancer. Nobody knew, except for her family. And shout out to Iman and maybe a few more of those MSTI girls that we went to high school with. And the reason why that happened was because it forced everybody to proceed life as normal. So to not give the pity party, to not always be pampering and like, oh, hey, you okay? Da, 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 da. She wanted normalcy in a place to where she wasn't going to be able to be functioning normal. That's why we didn't get her at all the events. You know what I'm saying? When she was feeling great, she was out and about. You couldn't tell. If she's not there, you're just thinking like, oh, okay, well, she could be busy. Meanwhile, she's back on the treatment again, and she's not feeling well from the treatment, et cetera, et cetera. So when it came out that that's what happened with Chad, I automatically understood, because now here's someone that is going to cancer patients, especially kids with cancer. He's doing all these things. He's still performing in movies. He's still doing all this, and I couldn't imagine having to be hit with that question. Like, yes, it's a news story for him to come out and be inspirational. There's no shortage of inspiration for kids with cancer. Could have done better if the Black Panther had cancer and then he dies of cancer. The first part is, well, the kids had to find out that Black Panther got cancer. So if those kids with cancer know that the Black Panther got cancer, they can feel hope. And then he passes away, then what they feel? You know, it makes their life look shorter. But he was going to see those kids with cancer being a hero, being normal, showing how to be brave in the face of cancer. Now that it come out, if those kids are still, those kids that met him are still alive, they now have to deal with, like, well, he had cancer and he still went about his daily life. Okay, they could probably find, some courage there, some guts there, some inspiration there. So, and Hollywood's a dirty place because it's a business. We just heard about this guy who saved his 3 kids in the Bronx from getting shot at a used Lexus dealership, right? He gets shot a couple times in his Timbs. There go your Tim jokes. And he gets shot once in the leg somewhere, and he loses 2 jobs. And he loses 2 jobs.
Yeah, for sure.
He didn't cause the shooting. He was just there buying a car like any human would be. And he loses his job. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's the same 2 worlds. I don't care what the industry's in. It's the same 2 worlds. People could have been treating him differently had he came out. People would have not considered him for roles had he came out. That's a very real live thing because he still got to put things in order before he knows he goes, if he felt like he was going. So, I was able to deal with that immediately upon hearing it. It sucks because here this guy, he's a great actor. I don't want him to be only known for Black Panther. I love where he's known for Black Panther because when those kids get up, they could be like, man, what other movies did he play in? And they're going to go see a laundry list of hits from him.
Very serious movies.
Yeah.
They're going to see a laundry list of hits from him. The range on him was looking very wide. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how much wider. Yeah, from the start. We don't know how much wider it would have gotten, but it was already wide.
He would have been the Denzel that I chose.
He would have been New Age Denzel for sure. And it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Because now we don't have this face. To me, it's bigger than the Wakanda. You know what I mean? However, I finally got a Black Panther movie. You know what I mean? And he made it work. And I enjoyed his work everywhere else. 42 and all that. So, RIP to the homie. And to his family as well. And as far as the Marvel Universe goes, sad day in Wakanda. And, that was my feelings on it. It hurts. But I'm at the point to where, whatever else y'all bring, just bring it, son. Because 2020, has just been terrible. So just bring it.
So I want to shine some light on the importance of the character he played. And minus the Star Wars buffoonery, I consider Tawann to be the most educated amongst us.
First of all, look at me if you gonna say you look at me when you look at that screen at me when you say this bullshit that you're saying, son.
He's got his missteps with the Star Wars shit, but I know you are well versed on the importance of Black Panther in the Marvel Universe. And Stan Lee and their decision to make that, especially Black Panther's from the 70s, I believe.
Yes, yes, early 70s.
So
early 70s.
Shed some light on that. What can you tell us about how important that Black Panther role was in the Marvel Universe?
The Black Panther was it was instrumental at a time where black people. Well, all right, I'm gonna walk that back, and I'm gonna say something slightly different. at a time when black exploitation was a thing. All right. You had Dolomite, you had Foxy Brown,
Superfly, all
you
of that
had
crazy shit.
all of that Superfly, all of this black exploitation stuff. It was big. So for a listener, if you don't know what black exploitation is, it is just putting black figures, creating black characters that are a little. It's their contribution to the character that they're playing is a little bit extreme. All right, it's a little bit that they're just doing all types of wild karate, damn near catching bullets with their teeth. And let me also, I said that for a reason. It's crazy. Don't kill me, but the what's the name movie, the Bruce Leroy movie, is black exploitation.
Is it really?
I don't even want to.
Fuck you.
All right,
Is it really?
Listen, okay, I'll hit it.
I don't think so.
We'll
do that another time.
Yeah, we can talk about it. We can talk about it another time. But in my opinion, it's a type of black exploitation movie. However,
if it is, it's the best produced one, the best looking one.
Of course, shout out Barry Gordy. But it is. But at a time when we're talking about the Black Panther, it came out during a time where black people as a whole, I would say that their voice was starting to resonate more so than any other time. It was popular to have a black person anywhere. That's where you come with that term token black. So Stan Lee produces a character now, and there were black characters not in Marvel, but in DC Comics. There was a black character beforehand. However, at the time that he created the Black Panther, it was a thing, and some could be led to believe that Black Panther was the token black.
Interesting.
The token black character
in the universe.
In the universe, yes, in the Marvel universe. So, because there was other black. There was I believe his name was Blue Marvel. He was black, and you had one of the Miss Marvels. I think she came about a little later. She was also black. You had Photon. Photon was a black woman, and we're gonna talk about that later. But so fast forward. Now you have speak of and the hype of a movie called Black Panther coming out, and he was featured, which was a good thing on Marvel's part to feature him in the Winter Soldier. However, a lot of characters you can say, like Black Widow, they were good in the group movies, but to see them in their own movie, it forces you to kind of stretch your imagination. Well, how good is this movie going to be? How good is a Black Panther movie going to be? Okay, so now everything is fast forward, everything is full speed ahead. Black Panther. Now you say, whoa, this was stellar writing, stellar production, stellar staff, stellar cast. Everything worked. So now everybody goes crazy. And here you have now that's how you build somewhat of an importance towards a character like Black Panther to the world. And once upon a time, it was just important to black people. But now it's important to all people, white people, black people, or Spanish people, red people. Everyone took to the Black Panther as a universal character and not just a black character.
Right.
You know, and it was so impactful, his death, that it drove people to have debates here and there about how do you replace such a stellar actor, such a great actor? How do you replace him?
So before we get there,
replace him?
Yeah, I think, if I may, what I think was most powerful, and this is twofold, right? In the inception of Black Panther as a character in the universe in Wakanda, I really admire what Stan Lee did there. That was you took this fantasy in the time when America was in full America swing, right? We know what that means. He took a black character,
Nixon era,
and in Africa, and said this is the most technologically advanced place on the planet. Yeah. That had to send shockwaves, and Stan Lee was. I never honed in too much on what he was doing, but I would catch a little of these things like Magneto and Professor X were really symbolic of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, right? Like, I would catch these things, and then you'd look at Black Panther and be like, wow. But ultimately, it came down to the fact that you, Tawann, me, Snow, all the kids of the age, kids before that, kids after, they had a superhero that just wasn't a C actor or a B actor. Like Black Panther, and it's crazy that he's called Black Panther, right? Because he could have been Jaguar or some stupid shit. But when you call him Black Panther like this, and the Black Panther wasn't around then, right? I'm curious.
When
they were? Okay,
was.
so that was purposeful?
I probably was.
I mean, when you say wasn't around then, when do you mean? What
the organization? When the Black Panther, when Stan Lee created the Black Panther character, was the Black Panther organization doing their thing?
It was slightly after. So the Black Panthers kind of sort of phased out early, like 1970, 74, 73. They kind of basically they were disbanded because of so much federal
so
issues.
You could make a point that not Spike Lee, holy shit, Stan Lee knew what he was doing.
I mean, we could probably draw that. I don't know, because I know with Black Panther, I remember looking this up before. It was two creators, but they probably both signed off on the idea of it. Because Black Panther was created in the 60s. Okay. And back when I used to read.
Was he? 60s.
Well, it's either his first appearances in the 60s or created in the 60s. I'm not. All I know is because I used to be a huge Fantastic Four fan that he appeared in the Fantastic Four as his first appearance. So I'm not sure.
Yes.
So I want to say he was created in the 60s if he appeared in the 60s, but maybe they had him on the back burner and didn't know how to introduce him till later.
So whatever the case is, I think something special brewed there that we as Black people had a character that wasn't just a joke. You know what I mean? Like a supporting character or a sidekick. He was this dude was the leader of Wakanda. This dude was a king of his castle. You know what I mean? Like that is super dope. And that's where I felt that Marvel's choice in modern day times to really introduce Black Panther as a character was such a big deal. And I feel like it's such a tough loss for the kids of this generation because they just got him. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that Black Panther comics wasn't selling this whole time. You just didn't see him on the big screen. And everything they see on the big screen,
he had an anime.
It didn't look like us. But here's this whole world that's just us. And like, damn, you had to take an L. And this leads into transitions to Tawann's question, right? How do we begin to replace it? I mean, we have to replace it because he's a mainstay now, right? And we got to push forward, but it's like, damn.
The world is the
And
mainstay
the whole
now. We'd
Wakanda.
introduced the
I
whole
had
world.
I had it backwards. Luke Cage came in 72.
Luke Cage was the Harlem
Black
guy.
Panther,
Right.
the Harlem kid, yeah, the Harlem protector. And it was Black Panther came before then. So yeah, you were right, because it was Fantastic Four 52, 1966. So yeah, and which is arguably more of an impactful time for Black people. Now you're pushing the realm and the time set of Martin Luther King's assassination, Malcolm X assassination. It was basically an attack on our Black leaders, and now here you have, hey, you know what? Let's get this superhero named Black Panther. He's a Black man from Africa with come from a technological advanced part of Africa. Let's push this and be on the forefront of this type of narrative for a comic book or what have you. And I think it was huge. It was a huge thing for that time. Falcon in 1969, also a black character side by side with Captain America,
who is now going to be Captain America. What's my guy's name? Yet. Snow Mackie. He handed over the shield to him.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie.
He gave him the shield. Yeah. Don't get me started on Mackie, that
sir.
Terrible ass movie Endgame. I ain't fitting to go there. But Captain America gave him the shield, so I assumed.
Whoa, you said Endgame was terrible?
Son, you're not gonna get me. Not on this fine day.
I was just asking.
Not on this fine day, yes, sir.
I was it's cloudy. I don't see the sun yet, but my blinds are down. I'm just asking. I'm just inquiring.
Where do you stand, Tawann? What are your feelings of the inevitable here of recasting that role?
So, I've been doing a little bit of digging, a little bit of homework, if you will. Rumor, and this is just rumor and speculationville right now. They're going to pass the mantle to Shuri. Shuri does become Black Panther at a certain point. That's, if you don't know who Shuri is, that's his sister in the character. I don't think we are at that point yet. Yes, she can be Black Panther, but I don't think that she should be Black Panther yet. Only because there is still a story to be told about him and Aurora Monroe. Who is Aurora Monroe? Storm. That
motherfucking Storm.
And we had that conversation on this podcast, this very podcast. Please go back and check it out. About Storm and the importance of Storm and the Black Panther, T'Challa. They were an item. They were a thing. I believe that they were also married. So unless they're going to flip it on its head and have an inter LGBTQ marriage type thing between Shuri and Storm, which is a great idea.
It's something to explore.
I think that idea in itself, for the climate and the time that we're in, it changes a lot of people's thought. Go ahead, Snow, because I know you second me. Go ahead, sir.
I'm not second you.
Yes, you are.
I need to know that I have a shot with Storm. I am not allowing that.
Well, what is your superpower, sir?
Son, I'm me. It's a new day. if women was able to tell our forefathers, you get me, I get to tell Storm that. Okay, do not put that in the universe that I can't have Storm because all of a sudden she can't have the brother, so she goes for the sister. I know she is savage, but I still need a shot, fam.
Okay.
I still need a
All
shot.
right, listen.
Put like this. She can go through me, and then I can do the typical male thing and mess up that whole relationship, and then she can go. That's how she gets there. But I have to have it. And then we have a whole show where, remember Uma Thurman was somebody's girlfriend as a superhero, and he was just a regular dude? Y'all remember that movie? I can be that dude. Yeah. My girlfriend's a superhero, and I piss her off, and then she, starts throwing lightning bolts and everything at me for about 2 hours.
That was Hancock.
And I get my own spin-off movie, and then she can go do what she do with Shuri. But ain't no way in the world I'm just like letting that just go without me having a shot.
Well, that's your
Let me be the one that drives her that way. She can't just all of a sudden just go that way. Like, nah, I gotta be that guy. I'll take the bullet or the lightning bolt for the team.
Let me be the first to say today on this very podcast, this man is feeling himself a bit too much, but
I'm wrong for wanting the African queen.
I support his ambitious thoughts. I support his ambitious thoughts. Streets. And yeah, man.
She already has my hair. Hair is the color of snow. Like, come on, son. This is match made in heaven, son. What you talking about?
Okay. Gotcha.
So, who are we? Any thoughts from you, gentlemen, on who can fill the shoes? Male characters.
This dude's son, John. John Washington. I think he is the best fit by far. He has since said, I think he said, nah, I'm not trying to do that out of respect. But listen,
John David Washington.
He
looks like a T'Challa to me.
It's one other. I can't remember his name, so I'm not gonna delay us. But John Washington. What's his middle name? John David.
Yeah, John David Washington. I'm waiting to see Tenet.
Yeah, that shit's out.
I'm not going to a movie theater, fam. It's Corona outside. They wildin'.
Gang outside.
I was already exposed. I was already exposed to Corona, so I'm going outside to watch it. I'm going to see it. Yeah, and they said New Mutants was a good one as well. We're going to talk about that later.
I can see this guy being a T'Challa. Who else you got?
He's there is a guy. He's actually a naturalized, a born African, but I can't remember his name. I saw him in a movie. He's fairly young, built guy as well. But I cannot remember his name, and I'm not going to butcher it, assuming that I can say it anyhow. Okay. But
Snow, you got any thoughts?
That was about it.
I'm actually
Snow.
Snow should be the
new T'Challa.
I can't do. I can't be that. I can't be the voice of the people. I do have a guy in mind. I just had his name, and the reason why I forget his name is because he looks like somebody who I used to work with, who is in theater. But man, what's that? Y'all know the show where it was like a team of people who would, I think they were like cops, or in a way, not cops, but they were in a way where they could be part of like Burn Notice type things, and they used to do all these like high tech kind of like heists or whatever, and solve problems. Man, I can't remember this dude's name.
It's not the Mod Squad, is it?
Is it the Mod Squad? That sounds. Let me look that up real quick.
The new Mod Squad, not the old Mod Squad.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Let's see.
Omar Epps?
Nah,
Nah,
hell no,
I know
that old
Omar.
motherfucker.
I know Omar, fam.
He popped up in Mod Squad. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Son, I can't remember this dude's name. Man, he's being considered for something else right now. Like, they have him on the list. This is gonna bother me now because I just had his head, and this is what I get for always calling him my friend name. Like, I had a friend that looked like James Harden, and I don't even say James Harden name. I say my boy Gil name instead of James Harden. And I have to remember when I'm talking to other people who don't know my boy G.
You know what's
I gotta
funny?
remember that.
This dude right here. Yeah, this dude. Hang on, let me send this dude to the Skype. I don't know his name. Yeah.
Oh, the one who he's already in Marvel.
Oh,
He's already in Marvel.
He's in Marvel already.
He's in Doctor Strange. He's going to be the Doctor Strange's new antagonist. Well, they're working him in. I forget the character he plays.
Yeah, I think he taught him at some point.
He kind of sort of taught
him.
In part, and his role as I'm not saying his name, because if this is his name, I don't know who the fuck.
You about to butcher it?
There's a few like the guy that plays, not the leader of the Jabari. What's the other tribe? The dude with the rhinos. He would have been a good, but he's already in the movie.
Yeah, he can't.
He would have been a good T'Challa, I think.
Yeah. This dude, had he not been in Marvel, would have been a decent T'Challa, but
all right, well we'll see what they.
Yeah, we can.
I'm mad I can't remember this dude's name. I'm tight because it's gonna show up. Like, when we're well beyond this conversation, I'm gonna remember his name.
It ain't gonna be our boy Michael B. Johnson because he's.
Yeah, he's dead.
Well, I've heard people play the angle with him. I've heard people toy with the angle, and they sound like they know. So I don't want to go against them, but like there was an angle where people were saying like there's a way because of how people do things in movies that he's not dead and that he could be the next guy.
Yeah,
I mean the way he went out was it wasn't an absolute stance of a villain. You know what I mean? He went out in a way like, yo, I still got my disagreements, but ultimately, all right, fam. So if he was to not be dead, I think there's, Killmonger could. Ultimately, his angle was protecting the people how he thought he should protect the people.
Right, and it was just driven by a hatred,
and a resentment
because of a resentment for the people who was supposed to be the people of his father's people. They just like, and then here his son, is like, nah, we don't consider him because he had his father had a child away from Wakanda, and it was like, all right, well, you know what, nah, your son don't rock with us. He was child out here. Yeah. All right, bye. And it was just insult to injury.
So when is this coming out? When's the next Black Panther due out?
Black. It's 2022. I think they said the date was. Again, with the whole coronavirus thing, it may be later. But the last time set that I got or I saw was 2022. But
so they gotta make a decision relatively soon.
Yeah, and they were already setting the seeds or planting the seeds for Black Panther 2 with Namor. So, and
That's right, Namor situation.
they said the underwater earthquake close to Wakanda, and she said, "How do you how are you dealing
she's
with
like, how
that?"
do you handle it? Not, it is an earthquake below the sea. We handle it by not handling it.
By not handling it. Yeah, exactly. So, so that's all. That is all. Now you have to just say, all right, well, that was in fact just an earthquake. Earthquakes happen. It would be more to what she said and less of, okay, we bring in Namor, or you can still bring in Namor. My question is, this becomes a task for a dude that writes Black Panther. I forget his name, black dude. It becomes a challenge for him, because now how do you write, all right, Black Panther is no more? How do you work that in? Do you get somebody in there to say he's going somewhere, he needs you to he's going to pass the mantle to his sister? Like, how do you write the beginning of Black Panther 2?
Yeah.
Fuck everything else. How do you set Black Panther 2 up? How do you intro it?
I with you. You can't ignore it. You can't just have the new dude show up. There has to be a passing of the mantle some sort of way.
Right. If you recast him, you can just it's business as usual.
Yeah.
But you can't
Ryan
Coogler,
all right, is that?
I got it.
Ryan
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Aldis Hodge.
You gonna have to spell that.
Aldis Hodge. Hodge. He could probably do it. He was in Leverage, and he was in Straight Outta Compton as well.
Oh, I can see. He's a good looking dude too.
Yeah.
I think he could do it.
Yeah, he's got a nice stature. Is he
Shout
tall?
out to my boy Norman Small. I don't know.
He looks like a tall dude.
Yeah, he looks fairly tall, but then again, everybody on behind a camera, in front of a camera, looks
well. He's got a long neck, so usually dudes with long brolic necks are tall. Nah, he's got that very strong African man. Is he African?
I don't know.
He's got a strong look to him. I like him.
Yeah.
Okay.
They they say this dude John David Washington it may be a bit short, even though this dude Chadwick Boseman is a short actor to play Black Panther. But the magic of movie magic and camera tricks makes anyone seem tall.
But I never got that Black Panther was a particularly tall character. He's very agile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have him as tall.
Yeah, but I like this guy, Aldis Hodge.
Hodge.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so
I agree.
I guess it's to sign off on the topic. It's definitely a sad event. And I don't think they can recast him. They can continue with the story, but they'll never replace him. And that's from the Black Panther angle, but as an actor, he'll be missed. You know what I mean?
Of course.
We only get but so much of these extraordinary black men that represent us in the movie industry.
Right.
When I say get, not that they're not out there, but only so much of them kind of get through the gate. And he was definitely one of them. So,
yeah.
We
never solved the Storm situation either. So it'd be interesting who they get for that.
Right. Son, they're gonna walk it. They're gonna walk that dog just like I said. They're gonna walk it. Mark my words. Mark my words. I guess lastly, from my part, when it comes to him, it's like I said in the beginning, strong figures, never want the world to see them at their weakest point. Mush on, get the job done, be a credit to your family, be a credit to your community, be a credit to your people. That was the ideology of the Black Panther, and I think that he didn't just idealize that that way of being just behind in front of the camera. He personified it in reality. No one should have to see you down, even if lo and behold you might be down or might go down. That doesn't mean that you were down. That just means that you persevered until your body could no longer persevere. That shows strength. It shows power. And when I look at him, I can't help but do this. You know what I'm saying? And really feel it and embrace it. You know, and
that was a Wakanda sign for the people who couldn't see you.
Yeah, because they probably my mic is a little high, but I can't help but do the Wakanda sign because it just embodies strength and power and perseverance.
It's a cultural piece of us now.
Yeah, it's king forever.
Yeah,
that's all I can say. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
I got there's something I picked up from that movie that was totally asinine, but I like when he's talking to his father, T'Chaka.
And
he said something. He was like, "Baba." I was like, "What the fuck is Baba?" And then I heard it in another African play or something like I was watching. He said, "Baba."
Mm-hmm.
So that's how, I guess, I don't know what language or dialect, but like it's kind of like Dada in African.
It's like it's father. It's representative as father. So anytime so Uma is mother. Baba or Abba is father. Yeah. Chinese, Japanese, Korean all say something that sounds very, very indicative of Uma. It's not just Uma or Umi for Africa or Baba for Africa. It's something that it always sounds the same. You know, if you hear it, he said father. Or if you hear it,
I'm probably gonna force my kid to call me that. Baba. Yes, my king. What is it, my prince? What do you require?
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
Remember coming to America?
Did he?
He called himself. He said, Baba. He said,
"Oh, I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been there.
It's
you gonna call me Baba for the rest of my life now?" All right, Snow. You got anything before we sign off?
RP Chad, man, I was enjoying your entire body of work.
For sure.
Cancer fucking sucks. And for everybody else out there that, you know, even if you only came through for Black Panther, I encourage you to go look at his prior work.
It's deep.
To see how it all came together. And if you're an inspiring actor or actress, you know, get to know that guy as much as you can through these interviews and stuff, and know that you can do it too. That's it.
Yeah. All right. You guys know where to find us, lifestyles.com/podcast. There will be the links to whatever podcast app you use, iTunes, Spotify, whatever. Also, there will be a link to our Discord. So you know what Discord is, that's where we hang out. We talk shit all day. You know, it is.
Don't say the D word.
It is what it is.
Don't say the D word.
My name is Ramon.
It's your boy Kicksguard and Marshall. Marshall is the other good movie that he did.
Yeah.
And I'm your boy Snow. Stay off the D word.
We out of here. Peace.